another book. Okay, another book. And it's still a book, I said. So what is this? Oh yeah, right. Let's go and read this, okay? Where was I? Oh yeah, right. I still in for chapter 3. On Saturday morning, I jumped out of my bed very excited, 'cause today was the day of my party. Of a party, of course. The Easter egg hunt. The Easter egg hunt. Today is the day of the Easter egg hunt. I sang real loud. I ran into Mother and Daddy's room and I turned on the light. The Easter egg hunt, the Easter egg hunt. Today is the day of Easter egg hunt. I sang again. Mother opened one eyeball. "It's not time to get up yet, Junie B," she said. "It's still dark outside. Please go out. Go to bed." I put my head next to her face. "Yeah, only I don't think that's actually possible," I said. "On account of my brain, it's already activated." Mother put her pillow over her head. I lifted it up. I'm going to find the golden egg today," I said. "I told you about that, right, Mother? Whoever found the golden egg gets to swim in lucily hot water." I hugged myself very happy. "I would love to swim in hot water," I said. Skipper Sheldon and May want that prize too. Plus, Lucille loves Sheldon, and so maybe she might give him a hint or something. A hint would not be good. I did a little frown. Plus, here's another problem, I said. May had bird parts. A bird can see as good as a hawk. No, I don't. Mother pretended to snore. I did a huffy breath at her. Sometimes Mother did not act their old age. Finally, I put the pillow back on her head and went back to my room, and I picked up my stuffed elephant named Philip Johnny Bob, and we skipped to my closet to pick my party clothes. I looked at all my hangers. I said, What kind of clothes are good egg hunting clothes, do you think, Phil? Phil tapped on the trunk. Well, let's see. Good egg hunting clothes should be easy to run in, probably. 'Cause when you spot an egg, you won't have to beat people into it, right? He asked. Right, I said. Plus, good egg hunting clothes should not be a dress either. On account of sometime when I'm beating people to an egg, I'll have to tackle them and get in a scuffle. Correct, said Philip. Tackling and scuffling often happens in egg hunts. He fought some more. Also, good egg hunting clothes should have big pockets to carry all the eggs you're going to find, he said. She already got some black basketball. Don't you even know that? Let me fix it a little more natural. Perfect. He said. I nodded. Yes. Plus, good egg clothes have to be pretty, right, Phil? I said. Because this is a fancy party, you know. I know, said Phil. Egg clothes should definitely be pretty like. We looked some more. Then, both of us bought the pretty clothes at once. Those brand new lavender overalls that Mother just bought. We shout real joyful. Phil threw himself way high in the air. Yes, the brand new lavender overalls will be perfect, Junie B. 'Cause lavender's exactly like purple. Almost. That is light purple. Sometimes violet kind of like purple, which they are purple. And purple is the color of your favorite glasses. He flung himself in the air again. We're genius at picking egg clothes, he said. Yes, we are a genius, Philip, I said back. I cannot lose the egg hunt in this perfect outfit. After that, I quick put on my lavender overalls. Well, what is it, overalls? Never heard of that, I see. And when me and Philip ran to the window, we sat down on the floor and wait for daylight to come. The party was supposed to start at lunchtime. There were going to be a picnic before an egg hunt. That information was printed right on Lucily's fancy invitation. I read it to Mother and Daddy at breakfast. A picnic lunch will be served on the ground before the event, I read. I smiled. I enjoy eating on the ground, I said. Mother laughed. Oh, don't you? I don't think you're eating on the ground, Junie B, she said. Grounds are what rich people call their lawns and gardens. I got down from the table and looked outside. Do we have grounds? I asked. Mother rolled her eyes and looked at Daddy. Heavens no, Junie B, she said. What we have is weeds and crabgrass. Weird. Crabgrass. Weird also. Daddy sucked in his cheeks at her. Weeds and crabgrass is an issue, apparently. After breakfast, I waited to be time to leave. It was the longest morning I ever saw. And finally, Daddy said it was time to go. And so I ran to the car, lickety-split. Lickety-split is the grown-up word for zippity-fast. I think the word zippity-fast is much more better than lickety-split. Lickety-split is kind of like lick someone and really fast, like if kind of like that, though. It took forever to get to Lucily's house. We drove and drove. And whew, at last, we turned down Lucily's long driveway. Lucily's house, we're finally in Lucily's house, I shout out. I lean my nose against the window. Remember when I came here last year, Daddy? I said. Me and my friend Grace spent the night at this place, and I ate dinner and breakfast with her rich, expensive Nana. Then, oh my gosh, I saw her. I saw the rich, expensive Nana. She was standing there with Lucily's mother and daddy and brother. We were welcoming all the cars. I opened my door ran to her. Well, we meet again, Nana. I hollered real happy. Then I hugged my arms around her middle, and I tried to lift her off the ground, only she didn't actually budge that good. I stepped back and looked at her. Banana had put on a few pounds, I believe. After that, I tried to lift her again, but this time she took my arms away. Oh dear no, young lady, you mustn't try to pick me up, she said. You'll hurt yourself. Of course you will. She will feel like, oh my gosh, this is so exhausting. Oh yeah, remember that. I look at her kind of puzzled. Yeah, only I'm not a young lady, Nana, I said. Look, see, it's me. It's Junie B. Jones. I point at my face. Don't you remember me? Huh? I spent the night here with Lucille and Grace. Remember that, Nana? That's the time of your life, I said. But Nana looked closer at me. Then all of a sudden, drops of sweat came on her head. She took out a tissue and dabbed herself. Oh my, oh dear. Yes, I remember now, she said. She did a little shiver. Junie B. Jones. I remember you well. I skipped around her in a circle. Today's going to be fun, right, Nana? Today I'm going to find the golden egg. After I skipped, I held up my hand to do a high five, but Banana didn't actually respond, and so I just swatted at her sleeve, and that's all. Just then, another car drove up in the driveway. I turned around, and oh boy, it was a good friend named Shirley. Plus, after Shirley came Sheldon, and after Sheldon came Roger, And after Roger came Camille and Chanelli, and Herbert and Jose and Leanie. And then all the rest of the children in room 1 came too. Only wait till you hear this. I didn't see you. You know who? I looked all around to be sure, then I crossed my finger for luck. I hope all that May wouldn't show up at all, 'cause maybe she would forget that the party was today, possibly. I thought a minute, or else maybe her daddy car would get 4 flat tires, or maybe his battery would go dead. Human doesn't got any batteries. Dum-dum, huh? Or maybe his muffler would fall off in the middle of a street. Or I thought some more and did a grin. Or else maybe May was playing in her backyard this morning, and then she bent over to tie a shoe and floof, she got carried out by a North American barn owl. I bent over and laughed loud, and that was a good one. Just as I getting home, another car pulled up, and phooey, sitting in the back seat was May here, she shouted through the open window. She was clapping and cheering for herself. Then she jumped out of the car and she ran to Lucille's family, and she started shaking all her hands. Hello, I'm May, and I come to win the golden egg, she told them. She skipped to Lucille and held out her dress. Look, Lucille, look. My dress is frilly just like yours, she said. I gave this outfit a lot of thought, 'cause I want to look the best friend today. Okay. She threw her arm around Lucille's shoulder. Sheldon ran off and took it off. Whoa. You have to pick someone else to be your best friend, May, he said. Lucille is my best friend these days, remember? May stood there for a second, but she leaned into Sheldon's face. You're not fooling everyone, Mr. Potts. You're not just pretending to like Lucille, the same as I am, she said. You're just trying to get her to tell you where the golden egg is. Lucille looked shocked at that comment. That's not true, is it, Sheldon? You're not pretending to like me, right? She asked. I told you before, I don't know where the golden egg is. My daddy hid it all by himself, and he wouldn't let me peek. Oh, okay. She glanced at her daddy, very annoyed. I tried to make him tell me where he hid it, Chelsea, but my daddy locked his lips and he threw away the key. Sheldon clenched his fist. Drat, the old invisible key trick, he said. I hate that one. Finally, he took a breath and calmed himself down. It kind of like this. Kind of like that, huh? Then he patted Lucille very sweet. Don't worry, my springy little lamb. What? He said. I still will find the golden egg and win the play date. I'm positive I will. He lowered his voice kind of private. I'm wearing the lucky charm today, he said real soft. Lucille's mouth came open at the news. A lucky charm? She shouted. You have a lucky charm? What is it, Chelsea? What is it? Sheldon pointed down at his shirt. See that little egg dribble on my collar right here? He asked. That's a little egg dribble ran off of my chin as at breakfast. And look, Lucille, it landed right on my collar. And in the exact shape of... He paused real dramatic. An egg, he whispered. Lucille did a shiver. Ooh, Chelsea, that seemed like magic almost, she said. Sheldon nodded. I know it, Lucille. It seemed exactly like magic. Almost, he said. My grandpa Ned had every shirt stain in the hook, and he has And he said when egg dribble lands in the shape of an egg, it means Sheldon swallow hard. May the egg be with me. Lucille did another shiver. Sheldon smiled with a magic egg shirt like this. I can't lose today, Lucille, she said. I just can't lose today, Lucille, he said. I just can't. After that, he hurried over to Banana and he tried to show her his egg shirt. But Banana backed up from him. Then she quick grabbed Lucille's daddy and she said the word, do something. Daddy cleared his mouth throat. Boys and girls, may I please have your attention? He said. First, I would like to welcome you all to the party today. Lucille hopped in front of him. Yes, welcome to my party, and welcome to my giant house, and welcome to my big, huge yard, too. She bent down and touched the grass. See, a perfect lawn is cut, everyone, she said. That's because we have a real professional gardener. On account of rich people don't know the first thing about yard work. Right, Daddy? Plus, rich people don't like to get our hands dirty. Well, I love to get my hands dirty, but sometimes I have to make it clean, right? Everyone look at Daddy's hand. He quick put them in his pocket. Lucille kept on talking. And did anyone see my brand new expensive Easter dress? She asked. She spun around and flounced herself. This dress is made of fancy, floaty chiffon, and fancy, floaty chiffon as light as a feather, she said. She fluffed her flouncy skirt. Who would like me to hop in the air and make it float? No, thank you. Please clap your hands, she said. But before we could clap, Lucille already started hopping. She hopped and hopped until sweat came on her lip. But Lucille's mother quick ran over and dabbed her face with a tissue. I look at Herbert. This family has some serious perspiration issues, I believe, I said. This found Lucille. Daddy cleared his loud throat again. Like this. Children, as all of you know, we're going to have a picnic and an Easter egg hunt today. But for this party go to smoothly, we're going to need your complete cooperation. I only know what is cooperation, not cooperation. That's weird. Oh. Okay, he asked. Okay, we shout back. Okay. But Daddy smiled. The first thing I'd like you to do is get into a nice straight line, he said. A nice straight line. We shout again. Room 1 is excellent at repeating things. So can room 9 repeating like me? I know. Of course I don't know. Let's go and do this. But Daddy looked at us. Okay, fine. As I sang, if you get to a nice straight line, we'll lead you to the picnic grounds in the back of the house. The back of the house, we hollered out. But Daddy stopped smiling. We're starting to get his nerves, I think. Next to him, Lucille's mothers and nanas were doing deep breathing. The brother had already gone inside to watch TV. Finally, all of us got into a nice straight line. Then the mother and Daddy and Nana did a group hug with each other, and they led us to the picnic ground. And wow! I cannot believe my eyeballs, because that way we passed Lucille's huge big swimming pool, and that was inside a big glass house. I love a big glass house, and also I love the huge swimming pool. A bit for kiddies. Our room wanted a gas and a set sight. I ran to Lucille and hugged her around the middle. Lucille, you're even richer than you used to be. Your swimming pool is in a big glass house now, and so my play date with you would be funner than I thought. Lucille took my hands off her. Silly Junie B. Jones, you know the rules. If you want to have a play date, you're going to have a fun with golden egg, and that's not going to be easy, because my boyfriend Chelsea's wearing his magic egg shirt, she said, and she looked at Sheldon and did a wink. Sheldon winked back. This winky thing, I has been noticed something. Lucille is lying that her dad isn't the one who hides the egg, but she is? And then she has been telling Sheldon about where it is. It's getting on my nerves, I think. And May has been watching that action. Hey, she growled. That better not a secret wink about the golden egg. If you're winking about the golden egg, I'm telling. She poked Sheldon with her finger. I'm going to watching every move you make, Sheldon Potts, she said. I'm going to be all over you like a cheap suit. I did a frown at that comment. I do not know that a cheap suit. What does a cheap suit mean exactly? A cheap suit, that is a soup that is cheap, okay? But here is what I do know. For the first time in my life, May was right, I think. Whoever wanted to find a golden egg could not let Sheldon out of their sight. Lucille Daddy clapped his loud hands together. Boys and girls, please find a seat at one of the picnic tables. Lunch will be served shortly, he called. I waited to see where Sheldon was going to sit. May waited too, because both of us had to keep track of that guy, of course. Only too bad for me, because as soon as Sheldon picked a table, Lucille sat down next to him. In the room, May slid on another side, and I got shut out. Wait, hold it, no fair, I said, in a quick try to squeeze myself between May and Sheldon. But May would not budge herself. I did a girl face at her. May hissed like a snake. I stood there very puzzled. I do not actually have a call. Go away, you. Oh, nothing. I killed that. Or something. I don't know. Why did that feeling? Well, I know either. Let's go and do this. I did not actually have a comeback for a hiss. When I do, as me, I did a bigger hiss. And when she do a bigger kiss, I start to do a bigger, like, get out of my seat, go away. Kind of like that, huh? Finally, I went to the other side of the table. I sat down across from them. That damn May. I grumbled to just myself. She kept getting one step ahead of me today. Plus, Sheldon one step ahead of me too. I looked across the table. Lucille was whispering to Sheldon very secret. May leaned her head over and she listened through Sheldon's other ear. Whispers can come right through Sheldon's head, apparently. I put my chin in my hands. I don't have a chance in this stupid egg hunt, I said to her. He gave me a little pat, 'cause sometimes a little pat is all a friend can do. Only guess what? Just then something very nice happened. I called Lucille. Nana walked over to where I was sitting and she sat a chair at the end of my table. I jumped real thrilled. Nana, look. It's me, it's Junie B. Jones, and you're sitting right exactly next to me, I shouted. When Nana glanced her eyes at Lucille's mother and daddy. Yes, I know, dear. I lost a coin toss. said, kind of annoyed. I sat back down and tickled her arm. This reminds me of when we ate dinner together last year, I said. That was very fun, except I accidentally broke your crystal glass. Remember that, Nana? Huh? Do you? Banana nodded. Oh, yes, I remember, she said. I fought back. Plus, I accidentally busted your feather pillow, and if I'm not mistaken, I spilled beanie weenies on your expensive lichen tablecloth, I said. Banana looked at me. You're not mistaken, she said back. I smiled and patted her hand. Good times, I said real soft. May heard me talking. Well, Lucille and I are going to have good times too, right, Lucille? When I come to swim in your pool, that will be really good time, she said. Sheldon looked at her and grinned. Don't count on your chickens before they hatch, May, she said. Banana did a little chuckle. I think you mean hatch, dear. It's don't count on your chicken before they hatch, not hatched, she said. Sheldon raised his eyebrows. Really? Are you sure? Because at our house, my Aunt Bunny brings chicken hash for dinner every Sunday, he said. Chicken hash is her specialty. He smiled real proud. Aunt Bunny was a chef in prison, he said. Banana's face went funny. She lowered her head to the table and she rested her neck on her napkin. I leaned my face next down to her. Speaking of bunnies, Lucille said, the Easter bunny will be here today. Only I haven't actually seen him yet. And so where's he anyway, Nana? I asked. Lucille did a huff at me. Nosy Junie B. Jones. Why do you have to ask that question? She asked. My Nana does not want to talk about that. Do you, Nana? You made a teeny little mistake about the bunny, and you don't want anyone to know about how you almost ruined the party. Banana did a groan. Lucille kept on talking. My Nana was in charge of hiring the Easter bunny. Only instead of hiring a real Easter bunny, she hired a cheap, fake Easter bunny. Right, Nana? Banana did not reply. Lucille went on. The fake bunny came to our house at this pay to get his pay yesterday. Only his fur was real matty, and the top of his ear was chewed off. But he told my Nana that he would freshen up nicely. So Nana gave him cash money in abundance, and then he hopped out of the front door and he never came back. Banana raised her head. Thank you, Lucille, he said. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. You're welcome, Nana, said Lucille, very pleasant. You're welcome. Nana rolled her eyes. Lucille did not understand sarcastic, I believe. Just then Lucille stood up at his picnic table, and he said that it was time to get his show on the road. He held up the silver bear and rang it in the air. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. Then boom! Waiters started to bring food from all over the place. It was the delicious food I ever saw. There were barbecue hamburgers and tasty hot dogs and crispy chicken fingers and crunchy salad and yummy potato chips and Swedish pickles, and plus were even delicious devilish eggs. As me, I was choosing tasty hot dogs and some salad and potato chips and all of them. Hamburgers, I don't really like that well. Mostly I often eat hamburgers with fries. I love that. But Bert doesn't got any fries here. So I would take potato chips. Very good. Whoa, what is bread? I said. I stuffed a devilish egg in my mouth, and also I stuffed in a pickle and some chips and giant chicken finger. I didn't stop stuffing for a real long time. Then finally, I leaned back and I rubbed my big fat tummy. Whew! What about a buzz of gusset? I said. Are you Nana? Huh? Are you a buzz of gusset too? Nana frowned at her eyebrows. Ladies don't buzz gusset. Junie B, she said. I'm surprised to hear that information. Really? I said. Then what do lady buzz? Roger raised his hand. Oops, I have time to stop. I'm sorry, but we doesn't. Oh, we're ready to the middle of this. But it's okay. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you got a good night. Bye bye.